What is the problem with the current Pattaya real estate and property market? In the tough current real estate market in Pattaya, it's become somewhat difficult and in some cases impossible, if you are dealing with inexperienced agents, for property investors to get the two things that they want the most from their property investments in Pattaya. 1. Good rental return percent, 8% to 10%. 2. Capital gain. As there is an overflow of properties for rent in the Pattaya real estate market, it's become very difficult for rental property investors to achieve a good rental yield and still stay competitive so that their investment property doesn't stay vacant. On the other hand, with the slow global financial situation, good property investments in Pattaya have become a bit more scarce than buyers have been used to. Especially investors who thought a 2-year buy and sell time is going to last forever. In most countries one has to hold on to their investment for around 7-10 years, but for a few years in Pattaya we could buy and flip even in a 12 months period and make around 60% on their outlay. Why we say outlay and not price is that many of these investors bought off plan, paid around 40% of the total price and then flipped them, making a profit of around 50 to 70% on their original outlay. Pattaya being an easy real estate market to get into due to its very easy 0% payment plans paired with her very low entry prices tag made sure that there were always lots of transactions. But when it lost one its biggest and most frequent investors, being the Russian investors, at the same time of some other nationalities due to currency exchange losses, the market suddenly panicked and slowed down. To make a long story short, property investors in Pattaya are currently experiencing very low capital gains and sometimes a negative capital depreciation on their property investments. What is our approach to the current problems in the Pattaya real estate market? What makes us different to many other agencies is that we have many years of experience in the property market and therefore we have experienced at least 4 major global financial crises. We also have money ties up in property and real estate just like any other investor, just like our own clients. Basically we are not just agents, we are people, and we are property investors with investments exceeding most of our clients. The problems with many agents in Pattaya, not all, is that they have barely invested with their own money. Next time you meet an agent, make it a part of your questions to ask about their own property investment experiences, not just that of their clients. Anyway, so let's get back to our approach to the current real estate dilemma many investors are facing in Pattaya. We realized 12 months ago that there would be many troubled Russian investors needing to sell in the next 2 years, and we realized the potential of what many saw as a problem. Basically we have gathered all of the distressed properties on the market and that's been our business niche since the initial market panic. This is great news for our rental investors as well as our capital gain investors. When you buy through us you get a choice of the cheapest distressed properties in Pattaya. We have houses and condos that are around 30% to 40% cheaper than their real market value. Some might ask, well, that's not a good sign and how can we gain from buying in such a weak market? So let's go back to the main 2 points we mentioned before. 1. Good rental return percent, 8% to 10%. 2. Capital gain. For rental investors, when you buy 30% under the market value you can afford to be most competitive with your rental asking price while still achieving a return of 8% to 12% on your purchase price. Taking into account that asking for less rent than your competitors, who paid much more than you did for the same investment property, will make sure that your property gets rented out sooner and for longer periods as it's now more affordable. Our approach and experience now creates a better investment environment compared to even when the market was hot and busting, as you now get higher returns and less vacancy. This is a real achievement that we are so proud. Now let's get down to capital gain and let's explain to you how you can still achieve a great capital gain, even in this market. Every experienced investor knows that to get the most out of your property investment you need to hold on to it for at least 5+ years. So don't enter in the current market if you are looking for a quick turnaround time, as you will lose. But for those who understand the real deal property market and are willing and able to hold on to and service their investment properties for 5+ years, there is great profits ahead. We have properties between 800,000 baht to 5 million baht below their real market value and developer price. Any of these properties can add up to an instant capital gain, but you will need to take your time to cash it in. All you have to do is to find a real good bargain, negotiate the hell out of it to reduce the price even more, then hold on to it until the next market boom, or even until the market stabilizes. During that time the only investors in Pattaya who will be laughing all the way to the bank will mainly be the investors who valued and utilized our advice, experience into their property investment strategy. For your next property investment, why don't you come to us first and let us share our years of experience with you. For more educational videos and articles, please do not forget to subscribe to our newsletter and our growing YouTube channel.